Hello lovies, welcome back to another video. My name's Hannah Rowe, and today I'm talking about how I went and saw my Reiki healer again. I know I said I had a session booked with her for in February, but your girl cannot wait. I went and I saw her last week, not necessarily for energy work, but energy work was done. And I booked her to get a massage because I know, one, I'm an ex-gymnast. I did gymnastics for like 13 years of my life, so my body is pretty messed up, if not in constant states of motion, i.e. me working out every day or doing yoga. And my septoplasty has really halted what all I can do in the realms of yoga and working out without just absolutely overwhelming my nose in its healing process or journey. So I have been storing a lot of emotions from that and just from different situations and scenarios going on in my life. And so I booked a massage with her, and it was a massage plus energy maintenance, and she got quite the few downloads. She got quite the few downloads during my massage, and she wrote them down for me, so I have them here to kind of discuss with you, because maybe someone out there is like me, and I'm a naturally happy, kind, optimistic, everything's so great, I love life individual. So when the emotions of anger or grief enter my orbit, I very much bury them. I don't like them. I don't want to be sad and depressed. I don't want to feel in fear of my life. I don't want to feel angry at an individual or a situation. I can hold a grudge. That's just me being a Scorpio. I do kind of hold grudges, but I'm really trying to release that. And The Body Keeps Score. Oh, I forget who that's by, but it's such a great book. The Body Keeps Score is one of the best books I've ever read. And I just knew, giving all my chaos and my drama, my situation, and what I'm digging through in therapy, I needed a massage because I'm storing energy somewhere and I need to release it. So I went and I saw my Reiki healer, and did she call me out in the best way. We talked about how on like the back of your neck, where your spinal cord is, kind of down to the center part, the beginning of where your neck meets your shoulders, is where you store the need or the info of other individuals' perspectives. And she kindly advised me to just not seek to understand other people's perspective. It's not going to do anything for me. Asking why do they do this? Well, what made them want to do this? It's just not for my benefit. I'm not going to get the answers I want because they'll never be me. And if it's something I wouldn't do, I'm not going to understand why someone did it. I can kind of understand. I can have sympathy and empathy if I know their background and all they've been through, but that still doesn't entirely answer the question of why. And I sat there clocked. I sat there absolutely red. Like, yes, I need to release that, especially with one situation in my life right now. Actually, no. There's 2 or 3. But there's 2, because I've released the need. I don't care. So there's 2 situations in my life where I deeply do go back and forth of trying to understand why someone did what they did, and it's not benefiting me. It's just making my shoulders do this, and I'm gonna be the Hunchback of Notre Dame if I don't quit releasing that. And then we started talking about my heart chakra, because I said, well, I'm very guarded at the moment. Like, I'm not going out there trying to ask people why they did what they did, nor do I necessarily want to even engage. Oh my goodness, there's a red card. No. Thank you, Aphrodite. Thank you, Angus. What's a sign for me? I don't need to necessarily go and seek new relationships at the moment. Like, I don't want to necessarily go looking for new friends or soul family. I just very much believe they'll come when they come. And I have a very, very guarded heart. And he was very, very guarded with her in our first meeting. And she told me it's okay to be guarded. Arguably, with what I'm going through right now, I need to be guarded. And it's just what's going to keep me protected at the end of the day. Because guarded does not mean closed off. And I was like, oh, thank you. I needed to hear that. Because sometimes I feel like because I'm so guarded, I'm closed off my heart chakra, my fourth chakra. I think my fourth or fifth. Fourth. I've closed it off, but I have it because I am very receptive and I still do believe love conquers all and that I can be an embodiment of love. So then we moved from my heart to my chest and my shoulders. And I'll get into my chest really quick. The chest, your collarbone area, is in connection to your throat chakra, which is your fifth chakra. And I had a lot of tension under my collarbones where she just encouraged me, get things off your chest. If you feel called to just screaming in your car, just screaming in your house, just singing, if you just need to confide in someone, confide in who feels aligned with you, but get it off your chest. And don't be scared to speak your truth, even if it might hurt another. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. There's a lot I need to get off my chest because I do just kind of bottle it. But that's now changing because I'm in therapy once a week, so I'll be getting everything off my chest for the next probably 3 years once a week. Knowing everything that's going on. And then we moved to my back, my shoulders. My shoulders, she had to get a bulldozer to get my muscles to work because I told her I think my right side, my masculine side, is going to have the most knots and be the most tied up, torn up. But I was wrong. Humbled. It was actually my left side, and she had used this little silicone cupping thingy to help get the muscles moving because my left shoulder, the muscles were tight. They were not moving. They were as solid as bedrock. And she said the two emotions you burrow under your shoulder blades are rage on the right side and disgust on the left side. And not only is your right and left masculine, feminine, it's receiving, feminine, and releasing on the masculine, not just action. It's also releasing, which is an action, but I needed to release a lot of my anger and my disgust because that was blocking me from receiving what I wanted. You're right. Yep, that's facts. I am very much in a state of rage and disgust, and it's so interesting how it gets awoken in me. I don't like using the word triggered. How it just gets awoken in me, because it can be a delay. Like, I'll have an encounter with someone, and I'll just have my rose-colored glasses. Let's keep this optimistic. Let's just look at the good in this encounter, and then once I am away from that individual, it just pops up. It's like, that wasn't entirely the best encounter. You were definitely being vetted. You were definitely having someone trying to convert you into their ideologies or their beliefs, and that just sends me up the wall, especially if I have the degree and you don't. That's a tangent for another day. And it's also kind of blocked me in making friends or wanting to really engage with people because I'm constantly kind of myself vetting the individual to see if, like, are you someone I actually want to be engaging with? Or are you going to awaken rage and disgust within me by just something you say or do in this given moment? So I need to release those. And then she got 3 sentences after she finished working on my neck, shoulders, and back, and Also my feet, because I needed some help with grounding in my root chakra, which is not where your feet are. Your root chakra is where your tailbone is, but besides the point. The 3 sentences were, be patient, it will all work out in the end, you are divinely protected. I'm gonna cry. I started bawling when she said that. I really started bawling because the whole session, when I was on the table, I was just envisioning me as a child at the beach, me just surrounded by love, me with the one I love, me in the future experiencing such great things, but it was all with the beach. Like I just was meditating that I was at the beach and I was with people I love and I was having the time of my life. So when I got off that table, I was like a Minecraft beacon with like pink glass over me. I was just shooting up love. I was so happy. So for her to say that, just it solidified that love even more in me, and that it was something I really needed to hear, because I know those 3 sentences are so true with my life and what's going on. But sometimes it's nice to get reassurance when you're not looking for it. And I've really been working on not looking for reassurance, not pulling out my tarot cards, not even watching a tarot reader. Like, if something says, this is channeled for you by your angels, not clicking on it. Like, I want to just live in the knowing, live in the flow. And my knowing says, I will be okay. I just need to have patience. Life is kind of a chess game. And everything I'm desiring will work out in the end. Every situation that I feel like is just constricting will work out in the end. So for her to say that, I just bawled. And then that's when I finally confided into her about what was kind of going on in my life. And she just gave me the biggest hug and told me it will be okay. And if I ever needed her, she would help me and my mother and any way she could. And I was like, I'm so sending my mother to see you. Just you wait. Gotta get my mama down to get her energy cleansed. But that was the encounter, and I left and just sobbed for like an hour while I drove around, but like on and off, just all happy tears, all just such happy tears. And the universe was so loud with angel numbers, being on police cars passing me by, fire trucks. I never saw an ambulance, but I saw so many police cars and fire trucks when I left. And I just take that to mean like my 2 sources of protection. Like, I'm so greatly protected. And I also, this is just a whole side note, leaving there, every time I would think about love or someone I loved, some place I loved, for a whole 24 hours, the middle of my lip, my lower lip, was twitching. And that was a sensation I had never experienced, but I miss it. I wish she would twitch again. I wish she would come back. Because it was nice. As I said, the body keeps score, and your body is always speaking to you, just as is the divine. And so to kind of have that confirmation coming from my body, like physically, it was just, like, I was so grateful. And then I woke up the next day and it felt like I got hit by a bus. It felt like I had been run over. But then after sleeping it off, I felt so much better the next day. And the next day was the new moon. The day I felt better was the new moon. So I've just been really embodying love, surrounding myself with love, and just writing so many things about love and my goals. And it's felt so freeing. Even though I did kind of have a little trial the day after I saw her, I had an interesting encounter with someone that really brought to light a psychology or an ideology I need to release from my psyche. That's what I'm trying to say. It was just a speed bump, and it feels so nice to not be so reactive and to just be so spiritually led versus emotionally. because I might post the video I filmed where I'm just like up the wall ranting about the situation, because it's not the first time this speed bump has come my way, but it came my way and I quickly got over it, and now I'm just vibing back in my Glinda bubble of peace, and it feels so good. So I see her again very, very soon, and I definitely will update you on what she has to say, because I want to kind of talk to her about a few things that pertain to divination and spells and all that, but I'll explain that later. Not saying I've done any, but I've had weird dreams of like others doing stuff like spell work and tarot on me, and it feels so weird, so invasive. And so I kind of want to ask her about that. How does that energetically work? Or like what? Like my brain. I'm such a baby. I need to learn some more perspective on that, because I mean, theologically, I know it works, but how do I block that? How do I up my aura more? That's what I'm trying to say. I want to up my aura so much that I'm like titanium. You can't get through. And that's where I'm gonna leave you. That's where this video ends, because it was all great. I need to text my mom Z that I'm on my way to... I'm on my way. Okay, yeah, that's just where I'm at with my Reiki healer. I love her to the moon and back, to the end of the galaxies and back. I love this woman so much, and I'm so excited to go see her again, and she is definitely an earth angel and the most precious person ever. So that was my massage with her, that experience. It was 10 out of 10. 5 stars. I'm so going back, and I'm only trusting her with my energy, because I love getting a massage plus having my chakras rebalanced, realigned. And I feel like I need to go to a crystal store. That'll be a mission of next week. Oh my god, I'm going out of town. I gotta pack. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video.